Salesforce tab, visibility and rename. Now let's assume that we have a multiple tabs with the same name. Right, so if you search here order, I have a same names are available. Now whenever we have a same name, how can I modify? One is a standard object, one is an external object. I cannot change anything directly in the objects. Right, if I wanted to make a changes to this, from where can I do it? So go to the tab, search for it, in tab, search for a tabs. Here you have an option, rename tabs and label. Rename tabs and label. Now here you can see all the standard tabs, whatever the tabs are there, all the standard tabs, as well as the custom tabs you have it, as well as custom tabs you have. Let's say this is the external object tab, external object that we have created the tab. Click on edit. Now I wanted to rename this. Whatever the tab name is there, I wanted to rename. Let's say here I'm going to rename external order. Similarly, the name I'm going to rename it external orders. I'm just renaming the label. I'm not changing the API. So I'm just changing the label name, external orders. Now if you scroll down, now it is renamed to the order details are renamed to the external orders. Now if I click on a refresh button, here the name is external order. External orders. Now if you search here order, it says order. This is the standard one, external orders, order details. Now by changing this tab name, is my object is also going to change? Whatever the objects are there, external object, is my external object name is also going to change it. Now it will change the label, but it will not change the API name. And whatever the actual object name is there, it will not change. It is just a label change. Backend logic will be everything is same. Now only the changes to view the users, how the users are viewing here, label names they are viewing it. So that means I'm just changing the label name. I'm not touching any of the API name. Now so if you see here external objects, the label names are changed here and API names and the actual object name will be always same. Now in case if you wanted to reset back, go ahead and reset it. If you click on a reset, it will reset back to the whatever the original one is there, it will reset. It is reset. If you want to modify again, click on this name. Now this is, let's say, external order. And here I go orders, click on save. This is for the external object. Similarly, you can modify it for the standard objects. Let's say we have a cases. Click on the edit button. Cases, you wanted to rename it as a issues. On next. And wherever the case is available, everywhere it is going to change it as a issues. Everywhere it is going to change it as a issue. Click on the next button. And it says that case currency is nothing but issue currency. Case division is nothing but issue division. Like this, wherever the case is there, everywhere it is going to make a changes to the issue. And click on save. Now if I go back to the application and search for a cases, click on this cases. Now it is loaded as a issues and issue number. And if you open this, you will be able to see everywhere issue. So issue owner, issue number, right? So issue reason, everywhere it is going to change. And if you want to reset back to the original one, just simply click on reset. So what will happen? Whatever the original ones are there, it will by default apply the original one, which is nothing but cases. You open this, it will be reflected as a case. Everywhere we can see case. The second thing is that do I want to see the tab or not? Now, how this tab visibility? Now we have changed, for example, I have made a changes to the like a renaming the tab, whether I can, whatever the, whether it is an external object, custom object, or a standard object, whatever the object it is there. If you want to rename the object or a fields, you can rename it by using the rename tab and label. Now the next one is tab visibility. Tab visibility. Now, how can I make sure that these are the tabs that I wanted to show? Or these are the tabs that I wanted to display for this user or this profile. The first thing is that what are the tabs that you wanted to see here? You can decide it in the app launcher, like in the app manager. Go to the app manager, click on this. Here, whenever your Swapna ID, so click on this edit. What are the tabs that you wanted to see on this application? Let's say that I do not want to see the website tab. So click on this navigation items and just remove whichever the one you do not want to see the tab. Just remove it and click on save. This is one way. The another way is whenever you are creating the tab. Let's assume you are creating the tab for candidate. Now let me recreate it. Now here, let's see if I click on edit option, click on edit. So whenever we are making the changes, now let me delete this candidate. I'm going to create a, click on this new. Now here I'll select here candidates. Select people and click on the next button. Now, do you want to default show this? How the visibility should be there? Visibility or the visibility? Default on. Default on is nothing but by default, do you want to show this particular tab here on the tab bar or a navigation item bar? Do you want to show the tab by default here? If you want by default to show there, that means you need to choose the default on. If you say default off, that means do not show it on this navigation item bar or a tab bar. Do not show on the tab bar or a navigation bar. So it will be available when you click on a search here. It will be available. Let's say here I'm going to create a default off. If you let's create a default off, and before that we have one more option which is called as a tab hidden. Tab hidden. That means I don't want to show, hide this tab, not even available in the app launcher and don't show it on the navigation item bar or a tab bar. If you do not want this tab to be visible to end user, then tab hidden. If you say default off, it will create a tab, but it will not show on this here. Let's say here, default off. Click on the next button. So do you want to show this application, whatever we are creating the tab? Do you want to show it for the all the applications or only one application? You can choose it. Click on save. Let's refresh the application. Now I cannot see the candidate tab here, but if I search it, I can see candidates is available. So if you want to show here, which is nothing but a default on. default on. If you do not want to show here, only show it here. That means default off. Default off. You do not want to show here as well as here, which is nothing but tab hidden. Anywhere is nothing but a tab hidden. Tab visibility. Tab visibility and tab rename. So rename is from setup. If you search a rename tab, you will be able to see the rename tab and labels. Click on that option and choose which are the tab that you wanted to rename it. Click on the edit button there and you will be able to reset or rename the tab name. What are the label name is there? Object label name. That object label name you can rename it. So that's about the tab visibility and rename.